ladies and gentlemen, Hype TV Sports more and Sama UEFA Champions League sakana and katukana nzanta matches shama bien kati mali chopping board maso net dissect venyananga nzanta ka ajiri danfane. Yule mboni self Mohamed Mubarak and akulira Hype TV more. So first game Sama den sakana nsanye Manchester City versus Bodo. And game one, it was one of games then pull up to a lot of upset man because everyone thought Manchester City when they're losing Manchester Derby mama but saying Makela, I mean like a turnaround and a comeback with I mean like a victory. But unfortunately Pep Guardiola once again did something which was very wrong. I mean, underrating his opponents and capture penalty. And that game, it just tells you that Manchester City is not really in a good shape. So we've seen a lot of Manchester United supporters, Kabina to celebrated that Manchester United is back, but to be very honest, when they start watching Manchester City performance it clearly tells you that Manchester City can right shape. That's why they were not able to perform, even though they've I mean like did very well, but into second Premier League table as well. But it doesn't. The moment Manchester City shop turned down me currently because they lost woefully and it is unacceptable. And I know Manchester City fan come will be I mean like upset with Swama game man Nisa Chang Shama. Manchester City didn't play I mean like any good game. It was like a second division team and we are in the Champions League and it wasn't encouraging at all. So it led to the defeat of Manchester City. But the next game was Arsenal versus Inter Milan. And this game I'm very I mean like interested in game one because it is high time for football fans. Kati I mean like kind of sad that Arsenal is one of the best team in Europe currently or is one of the best team in the world currently. First on the Champions League table, first on the Premier League table, in the one step in the Carabao Cup final, and of course still competing in the FA Cup. So it tells you Arsenal's Bambari season, and it is one a lot of people must look up to, especially Masacham ground shall to pick up victory. That's in the San Siro against Inter Milan. It is not, I mean, like easy to go there and defeat them by 3-1. Yes, Tinyaka team shop chung man and want to pull out victories, but it is not that easy. Arsenal dominating and winning by 3-1 is something we should applaud. And no commercial na lampanya me. People should now, I mean, like accept that Arsenal can go and win the Premier League and the Champions League, and even if possible, treble, right? Because they are in every competition and they are dominating every single com- competition they are in. It doesn't matter, I mean, like competition ma, or it doesn't matter team shall boom field ma. They will always go out there and dominate especially Champions League. We've been seeing a lot of rotations in Arsenal squad. In the left back positions, there have been a lot of rotations. Champions League, the coach uses Lewis Kelly instead of Calafiori. So it tells you the dynamics of Arsenal squad, and they did very well by I mean like dominating. And one guy who stood out in Somagi Mansanyo Mosquera for coming into this Arsenal squad by costing only 15 million pounds, right? Sango actually a defender at that price, but Arsenal were able to pull that deal with that incredible amount, and he did very well. But the final game Nuko Intachi was Real Madrid versus Monaco, and game one a lot of people thought Monaco would have, I mean, like did like could have pulled and accept on the Real Madrid uh, football club more, but that wasn't I mean like the case because Real Madrid players come out, they went into the pitch and they fought for the club. Trabanyare in the previous games, man, to be very honest, the likes of Vinicius Junior, Bellingham, we're not seeing the zeal and the willingness to fight for their team. But somehow we saw a different Real Madrid ball game together, and we need to, I mean, like, give the current manager his credit because he has gone back into the old system. Madrid no pumima, then direct football game, man. They win the ball. They, I mean, like transition into a proper counter attack and they make sure that they get something out of it. So la system mark around the team man and it's really helping. And Bela's game at the Santiago Bernabeu, we saw what happened. Some of the players were booed by the supporters. So it tells you that supporters ma bosoro da pelego with some of the Real Madrid performances ma. So Hama game ma was a redemption point from the Real Madrid players because every single player on that pitch, from the likes of Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Adegula, those guys they really did well. So it tells you that but football, I mean, like players, they really think, I mean, like the team in like in in high regards, no matter, I mean, like the competition. And Europe, I'm not dia struggling, but no, that's not the case. Or cut things and you're Manchester Suhama. And Monaco is not, I mean, like a small team. So Real Madrid is not dominated by dominated Shangma. It tells you every single thing about them that but my materials ma is just leverage. The players understanding each other and I mean like playing as a team, not like a moving, I mean like based on their individual brilliance. So that is what we've not been seeing from Real Madrid. But Suhama, it was a different Real Madrid. I mean like all together from the goalkeeper to the attacker, they did very well, right? And that was how come they were able to defeat Monaco by 6 goals to 1. So I mean like that's yes, I mean like what happened in Shama UCL money and my name is for Mohamed Mubarak. I am here to give it to you and some of the things which happened in Shama UEFA Champions League games. Man, keep watching Hype TV, subscribe to channel, man, put us on post notifications, and I mean you'll be updated whenever a new video is uploaded. Assalamu alaikum.